chapter 7 is the final lesson that I'll offer you, for now, on the road to moral courage. And we're getting personal here. The lesson is that lack of meaning is the real death threat. You may or may not have heard the name Scott McClellan. He used to be press secretary for George W. Bush in the White House. Now, don't hold that against him, because McClellan quit. And then he wrote a book about the corruption that infests Washington, D.C. And after that, McClellan pledged to share his book royalties with the families of the Iraq War victims, because he said that he had injured the victims by the misinformation that he'd given out as a White House official. In that singular act of moral courage, Scott McClellan teaches us two things. First of all, that you can choose to act at any time, even if it's to redeem prior passivity. And second, that your actions as an individual matter, even when you're part of a team, a family, a tribe, as he was in the White House. And when we embrace both of those points, we realize that at any time, you can develop meaning and help others develop theirs. Now, I completely appreciate that there are some who would say, oh, careful now, Irshad, because Islamist terrorists also believe that their actions carry meaning. But here's the one thing they can't claim, that their actions are shaping a future in which a new generation can learn meaning for itself by choosing their actions. And let's face it, as I've said throughout this book, we are all individuals. We are all unique. And so there's no formula for meaning for any of us. That's why it actually has a common starting point, which is open discussion. That's how we discover meaning for ourselves. And that's the one thing, open discussion, that terrorists will never tolerate. In this chapter, I give you practical steps about how you can develop meaning, and I draw from history, from psychology, from even business, to show that small victories, when you pursue them frequently, add up to a habit of moral courage, so that you've got moral courage when it counts the most. I'm going to leave you with a final question. And by the way, it's a question I asked my own mother. If God created you as an act of faith in your capacity to grow, what are you doing today? What actions are you choosing today so that God can continue having faith in you? I leave you with that question in the spirit of liberty, love, and moral courage.